Hey, it's me. Okay, so this has got my mind blown, but I wanted to share this information with you. Okay, so when I went on Rob's podcast the other night, and it was really great. We covered a lot of stuff. It was a super long podcast, like over 4 hours. I think I was there for like over 3 hours, but I wasn't there for the entire time. However, listen. Okay, so Arkeem remembered me from being in the programs, and so he already kind of established that by the end of the video, and then we got off the video, and then we talked more about it. He told me more things, and but anyway, what he told me yesterday was that he told me about Mac Miller being in the programs and MK Ultra. He told me also that I knew Mac Miller, and I I knew who he was, but like I didn't really like, because the only music that I've listened to since like 2017 has been Suicide Boys, and like, I mean, I listen to other music too, but just mainly like when I get my work done and can do all my research, like it's just certain songs. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that too, because like with Suicide Boys, like I would listen to a loop of a song, and I would just so like fucking amazing badass dresses and like never even make a mistake for like weeks. Seriously, it sounds extreme, but I mean, I've even with some things went further than weeks before of like playing a song on a loop, just because it, like, what it does in my head is like I get just like pure information, and just it's incredible. So it's just a thing that I do. Anyway, so this, okay. So when he told me that, and I told him I was gonna check out Mac Miller, and I did, and I'll tell you what happened from that. Okay, so it was the first song that I ever listened to. I turned it on. When I turned it on, I didn't turn it off for over 14 hours, because I was able to get a lot of writing done. I was able to get a lot of information, just like everything was like tapping in, like so much stuff. Anyways, listen. So, my boyfriend, who was in the programs, and he found me in 2019, and he vanished in January 2020, is him. It's this this is exactly what was going on with Chase. But anyway, what I'm gonna do right now, I could talk about that more like later, but like right now, I'm just gonna like turn this back on and listen to this while I talk to you, because I want to explain to you what this makes me think of, and maybe you could understand it a little bit better. I just want to explain things really clearly. I don't want to misinform anyone ever on anything. Like, I just can't. I'm. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so I can't play it probably because of YouTube stuff, but I'm just gonna listen to this with just one ear, and I'm just gonna let you know everything I'm thinking of here. Okay, so first off, he's in a coffin. That immediately reminds me of when I had this coffin in my house. It's a long story, but I could explain it maybe on another video if anybody wants to know about it. So I had this coffin in my house, and so Chase knew about it, and I remember Chase telling me to get rid of the coffin because my husband was going to bury me in it. This is when I was with my second husband. Okay, also, and that's just the first thing. Okay, so the scrubs, the white scrubs, this reminds me of Chase, because his mom basically, like, he's 27 years old, but his mom like basically was treated him like he couldn't do anything, or like he wasn't an adult. It was fucked up. Anyways, but she would make him go into this hospital every 2 weeks, exactly every 2 weeks. And then, so he would go in there, he would be in there for like a few days. And I miss him so bad when he was gone, but he would come back and it would always be like, he would be so fucking traumatized. And then also, a lot of the stuff that would happen in there, like he's had, like they completely wiped his memories, like so he didn't know anything what they were doing. Also, he looks so much like him. Fuck. It's crazy. Okay. It's just like, I couldn't. Oh my gosh. I'm I'm totally like zoned the fuck out about this. This is crazy. Like I said, it was like over 14 hours yesterday. Oh my gosh, he looks so much freaking like him. Also, I put up a shorts video showing photos of him and photos of Mac Miller and just like the similarities. Also, this. Also, okay, the part where he's like kicking his shoes off when he's inside the coffin. It's just like, as soon as I saw the shoes, it made me think about the song Pumped Up Kicks, which makes me think about the movie We Need to Talk About Kevin, which makes me think about Chase. Because, okay, so the first time I saw We Need to Talk About Kevin, it was before that Chase found me. But then I watched it again after Chase was gone. And after I watched it again, I was like, this is this is about Chase, but it's like fucked up because it's not completely true. But like the whole thing in the movie about like Kevin's mom, yeah. So I got a video up also where I was talking about a dream that I had about Ezra Miller. So Ezra Miller played Kevin in We Need to Talk About Kevin. And in this dream, I just had to. I'm listening to this again. It's actually like the song's like 5 minutes and 47 seconds, but it's about like halfway through that I. It's that part that it's just like the loop just like opens up everything. Like this is truly incredible. I feel kind of nauseated because it's just like so much information, but I'm gonna power through it because it won't last forever. I love this though. This is all truly incredible. So, Arkeem is helping me so much to remember things, or, even though like I still don't have the memories, like I'm able to get the information to know like who I was, where I was, things like this. And, I can talk about all that later, hopefully, not too much later. I'm not sure, but right now I just want to talk about this. That's that dude. That's him. This is crazy also because I want to say this. The only way. Oh my gosh. The only way I was able to find out about the programs and get into contact with the people I need to get in contact with are only because I was trying to figure out what the fuck happened to Chase. Because when he was gone, he didn't say he was going to the hospital, but he was gone. He was just gone. And then, so, like, a day went by, and I thought, well, maybe he's in the hospital because he always got right back to me. Like, we were in constant communication. And then, so after a few days, I was like, well, he must be in the hospital. Well, I can't find him anywhere. And then, after like 2 weeks' time, I couldn't find him anywhere. And so I just randomly put his name in Google search, and it pulled up an obituary And so I thought he died because at the time I wasn't smart enough to know that that was completely fake. But the more that I looked at it, the more I realized how completely fake it was. So, anyway, but from that, it made me even more curious. And I was like, I've got to figure out what the fuck has happened. So, in me doing all the research, in looking for him, in me researching all the clues that he left me, also this, he was telling me about Lana Del Rey when he found me in 2019. I wasn't listening to Lana Del Rey in 2019, but after he died, I started to listen to Lana Del Rey, and then I was like, how in the fuck is all of these songs straight out of my journals? Because of the programs. And that's how. And that's how all this works. That's how all this happens. It's so crazy. Anyway, I could talk about this more later, like more in detail, but I wanted to get this up because I'm like, my mind is blown. But I love it. There's the shoes again. Ugh. Yeah, we need to talk about Kevin's mom, everybody. Let's do that. Like, Kevin's good, but we need to talk about Kevin's mom. She works for the government. So what do you think? It's so crazy. I feel so good though. I want you to know, like, things are happening, good stuff, and we're getting closer and closer to all this shit just like flying off the rails. Everybody's gonna know. So, we're gonna be alright. It's beautiful. I love it. You're beautiful. I love you. I love everyone. Also, everybody that subscribed to my channel, thanks so much for doing a subscribe. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that everybody's here. Because I don't have any friends in the real world, in real life, or I mean, this is not real life, but you know what I mean. It's like, what do we even say anymore? Like, let's just start to do telepathy because words don't work anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna keep watching this for the rest of the day because I was writing a lot. Like, I'm working on 3 stories at one time. One is true, one is fictional, one is a kind of combination of both that I just kind of want to, like, make it my own thing. But hopefully I can get these books out because I gotta do something. I gotta make some money. I ain't got nothing, people. Nothing. I have a box of clothes, but at least my one box of clothes is like cute stuff.